Okay, let's talk the difference between contour and bronzing, because there is a definite difference, but I think it's really hard to decide what's the difference? When I'm buying it, what does it look like? What's the difference? Okay, so here's the difference, okay? This is a contour stick. Now you can get contour and powder also. This is like a bronzer, okay? Bronzers will come in matte or shimmer, both, but you see the difference in color, right? How this is very cool toned, this is very warm toned with that kind of yellow, orange. This is more that cool, okay? So that's gonna kind of be the difference. Let me show you. Okay, I got this in my BoxyCharm. This is like a glow gradient type thing, but you can see the difference in that real cool versus that warm kind of colors, right? So that's kind of what you're going to be looking for. As far as contouring, contouring is meant to kind of chisel out the face, lift, slim, those types of things. You're changing the shape of your face, where bronzer is really warming up, giving you that summer glow, that kind of thing. So with contour, I usually come from the top of my lip. You're going to want to start up high because you're wanting to lift that face, right? So if you're doing this with powder, get a brush that's thin, okay, but longer, right? With bronzer, you can use like a fluffy brush, something like that. But you're going to come from like the top of your ear down. And with this, you're not really going to like sweep and brush. You're really just going to try to melt it into the skin. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit on my nose, underneath, right there. You can do your chin if you want to, okay? So for me, since I have a cream and not a powder, I just use my foundation brush and stipple it, okay? When you're stippling it, you can kind of move it up. Try not to move it down though. It'll just kind of make your face look a little saggy, and that's not something we want, okay? So this cream is really, really amazing because it blends so well with your foundation. Powders will work too though. You can do, I have a contour palette that has both kind of the contour and the bronzer, and you can do both with just one palette, but you see how easily this kind of blends in? This is gonna be your contour part, okay? We're changing the shape of our face. See how it looks slimmer? Now, it does look a little tanner, those types of things, but mainly speaking, we're just trying to chisel out and kind of redefine what the face is, okay? I really love this brush for bronzer because it has this and this, because I want to warm up the face. I've been using a self-tanner so you can see my body looks a little more tan. Now, this one isn't available from, we actually don't have a bronzing powder. I really love the shimmer too, but I wanted to show the difference because most of them will come in a color kind of like this. But then with bronzer, be really light-handed, and you can kind of be messy with it, okay? Like you can really be messy with it, but really put that color. See how it just, the contour has brought my forehead down, but doing this kind of through the middle and through the side, it's really changing things and warming up. So then on this, you can go right where your contour is and then right above it as well, okay? So you're just warming up the face. And like I said, you can be messy, just be really light-handed. You're not wanting to really move any of the makeup. You're just wanting to kind of place it there so that you know, don't look like you're in the middle of winter, right? Really, right? Okay, so then I can take it and just put it I kind of like to place it just right over that. It kind of just gives it that warm, shadowy look on my face. Now, if you want to do your neck, you're going to come right on that bottom, you're on the jawline, and then just kind of push it down. So it really creates that shadow. Now, I could do this with the contour as well, and it's going to be a whole lot more dramatic, okay? If you're not using a self-tanner, take like a big fluffy brush and just really take this bronzer all over right through here, especially if it's like off the shoulder. You don't want your body to not be matching all of this. You don't want to warm up your face and then not warm up your body, right? So you're going to want to do both. So that's kind of the difference in the two. Let me show you the, if I can find it really quick, the Face Sculpting palette. And this one's going to have that darker, okay, for that contour, and then that bronzer. You see the difference in the colors? how this is just a little bit more cool, where that one looks a little more yellowy or orange. It's not meant to make you look yellowy or orange, but that's kind of the difference. And this palette's really pretty amazing because I think it's right around 20 bucks. And you can get your highlight to really kind of press under the eyes, just bring that out, those kinds of things. And then you have both to do your contouring and your bronzing with a powder. But like I said, if you're gonna use a powder, use a brush like this for the contour part. And then, you know, a brush like this or this for the bronzing part, okay? Makes sense? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense.